Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome back to Social Science class. I hope you are all doing well. Let's recall what we have learnt in the previous class. In that, we have discussed about what is money, what is evolution of money. In that, we have seen about barter system, commodity money, metallic money, paper money, credit money or bank money, and near money. Then we have discussed about recent forms of money. In that, plastic money, e-money, online banking or net banking, and e-banking. Then at last we have discussed about value of money, nature of money, and then functions of money. I think you have understood that topic. Now let's move on to this today's topic. Today we are going to see savings in banks and investment, black money and its benefits, effects and everything. So let's move. First of all, we are going to see about savings. What is savings? Savings is a process of setting aside a portion of current income for future use or the flow of resources accumulated in this way over a given period of time. Savings may take the form of increases in the bank deposit, purchases of securities, or increased cash holding. There are three different types of saving accounts. They are the deposit account, the money market account, and the certificate of deposit. Definition for savings. Savings are defined as the part of consumers' disposable income which is not used for current consumption, rather kept aside for future use. There are several ways through which a person can save money. The banking facilities saving money through various forms of accounts. They are student saving account, saving deposits, current account deposit, and fixed deposits. What are they? They are student savings account, savings deposits, current account deposit, and fixed deposit. In this, the first topic is student savings account. Student saving account is bank encourage students to open accounts by offering benefits which are valid for the duration of the student's study. Some banks offer saving accounts specially for young people enrolled in high schools or colleges. The main features of these account to maintain zero balance. The next topic is savings deposits. Savings deposit is a safe way to save money for unexpected expenses as you can always add money to the deposit and it can be easily withdrawn. Saving deposits are opened by customers to save the part of their current income, that is present income. The consumers can withdraw their money from their accounts when they require it. The bank also gives a small amount of interest to the money in the savings deposits. Next topic is current account deposit. Current account are such as demand deposit account. A current account can be opened in most of the commercial banks, a current account being a zero account. Current accounts are generally opened by business firms traders, and public authorities. The current accounts help in frequent banking transactions as they are repayable on demand. The next one is fixed deposit. Fixed deposit, or it is called as FD. FD is a type of bank account that promises the investor a fixed rate of interest. So fixed deposits account are meant for investor who want their principal to be saved and yield them fixed yields. The fixed deposit also called as term deposit, as normally they are fixed for specified period. They are fixed for a specified period, particular period. The next topic is benefits of savings. You will be financially independent sooner. If you are savings in a bank or anywhere else, you will become independent soon. You would not have to worry any unforeseen expenses. So without expecting if there is any expenses come, means if your deposit saving is there, means it's easy for you to take and spend the expenses. In future, you will have financial backup in place if you lose your job. Sometimes if you have to lose your job, if you are having your savings, it's easy for you to lose your job, and in your hand you are having the financial support. You will be prepared if your circumstances changed. You will be more comfortable in retirement. Save today for better tomorrow. You have to save today, then only you are going to live better tomorrow. So, intensity to save among the students. What is the intensity to save among the students? So, you the students have the intensity to save the amount, whether it is a small amount or a big amount. You students need a small thing to spend. So at that time, if you are saving, means it's easy for you to take that money and do anything for your use for yourself. So intensity to save among the students is teach them about taxes and accounting. Involve them in grow up money decisions. Encourage them to apply for scholarship. You have to encourage them for applying scholarship. Help them budget and apply for students loan. If you are completing your 12th standard, for the higher studies, you can apply loan for your higher studies. Then only you know the importance of money. So encourage them to open a student's Sansakya scheme. So students, till now we have seen about savings. We have discussed about savings. What are the savings? Student saving account, savings deposit, current account deposit, fixed deposit, and we have seen benefits of savings and what is the intensity to save among the students. Now we are going to another topic, investments. What is investment? The process of investing something is known as investment. It could be anything, that is money, time, effort, or other sources that you exchange to earn return in future. If you are investing something now, it will come back to you in future. That is called investment. Investment can be made in different investment vehicles like stock, bonds, mutual funds, insurance, annuities, deposit account, or any other securities or assets. So, what are the investments vehicle like? They are stock, bonds, mutual funds, insurance, annuities, deposit account, or any other securities or assets. An investment always comes with risk of losing money. But It is also true that you can reap more money with the same investment vehicle. So it has a productive nature that helps in the economic growth of the country. So now we are going to see comparison of savings and investment. First, basic for comparison, then savings and investment. Meanings for savings. Savings represent that part of the person's income which is not used for consumption. What is investment? Investment refers to the process of investing funds in capital asset with a view to generate return. So this is the question, detailed question for you. So what is the meaning of savings? Savings represent that part of the person income which is not used for consumption. And what is investment? Investment refers to the process of investing funds in capital asset with the view to generate returns. And for what purpose we are saving? Saving are made to fulfill short-term or urgent requirement. But investment is made to provide returns and help in capital formation, help in a big formation, that is investment. A short-term formation is savings. Then risk, low or negligible, but investment is very high. Return, no or less. If it is low, no or less, it's okay. But comparatively high. Liquidity, that means highly liquid. Investment is less liquid. Saving is highly liquid. Investment is less liquid. So this is the comparison of savings and investment. This is your detailed answer number 5. What you are going to see in this comparison of savings and investment. So this is an important question you have to learn. The next we are going to see about black money. Black money is a form of uncountable money. See, black money is a form of uncountable money. It's not having a limit and it's not having a proper account. That is called black money. Black money is mostly created by business people, and those who are earning illegal, their money is called black money. They are not paying the tax for the government. That money is called black money. Black money is mostly created by business people. They do not show actual income earned in their economic activities. They show only a part of income earned for the purpose of tax evasion. Only they show a short amount, a small amount of income to the government for tax evasion. Black money is accumulated by the criminals, smugglers, hoarders, tax evaders, and other antisocial elements of the society. One who is earning the money illegally. You all know smugglers, hijackers, those who are earning the money illegally. Okay, that is called as black money. In India, black money is funded earned in the black market on which income and other taxes have not been paid. One who is buying any material without a bill, that money is also called black money. Whatever we are buying, we have to have the receipt in our hand. Then it is called as white money. The total amount of black money deposit in foreign banks by Indian is unknown. So many celebrities, so many big shots, smugglers, criminals, terrorists are having black money in the foreign banks, but it is unknown. You have seen so many example people about that. The root cause for the increasing rate of black money in the country is the lack of strict punishment for the offenders. Why it is happening again and again? There is no strict punishment or anything else for the offenders. Offenders means one who is earning illegally. So now we are going to see about effects of black money on economy. Dual economy. Dual economy in terms of developed sector on one side, underdeveloped sector on the other side. Dual means double. So dual economy means in term of developed sector on one side, underdeveloped sector on the other side. Tax evasion, thereby loss of revenue to government. If there is tax evasion, not paying the tax but earning the money, means it's loss for the government. Undermining equity, widening gap between rich and poor, that shows the rich and the poor people. Mostly rich people have lot of black money. Lavish consumption spending, that is lavish consumption spending, no, without bill they are buying the things. Distortion of protection pattern, distribution of scarce resource, effect on protection. These are all the effects of black money on economy. We have seen effects of black money on economy. The first one is dual economy, that is double economy. The second one is tax evasion, thereby loss of revenue to the government, not paying the tax, so the government has lot of loss. Undermining equality, there is no equal payment for the people, tax people. Only poor people are paying the correct tax, but rich people are not paying. So widening gap between the rich and poor, already I told you there is a big gap between rich and poor. Then lavish consumption spending, that means luxurious kind of spending. Then distortion of protection pattern, there is a twist or altering the real one, altering the real one, real kind of protection. Then distribution of scarce resources, that means contribution scarcity. Effect on protection. These are the effects of black money on economy. This is your sixth detailed answer. The next one we are going to see is demonetization. You heard this word, demonetization. When it has happened in India on 8th November 2016, the government of India announced demonetization of all 500s and thousands bank note against black money. Here you heard about it. In 2016, India, our Prime Minister Modi announced that 500 rupees and the 1000 rupees are not in value. So it has become the note against black money. That is called demonetization. The next one is recent steps against black money. Under pressure from India and other countries, Switzerland had made key changes in its local laws governing assist foreign allegedly stashed in Swiss bank. Most of the big shots have an account in the Swiss bank. So special investigation team appointed by government on the direction of Supreme Court on black money. Why this demonetization come means most of the people are having black money, so it has to come out. So the Supreme Court announced this, put this direction of Supreme Court on black money. That is called demonetization. Some legislative framework in India against black money. Now, some legislative framework in India against black money. Which are the things that legislative against black money? First one is Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, Lokpal and Lokuta Act, Prevention of Corruption Act in 1988, the Undisclosed Foreign Income and Asset Bill, Imposition of Tax, that means not in a position of tax, that is in 2005. 15. Benami Transaction Prohibition Act 1988 amended in 2016. Benami means one who has a lot of money but they are depositing the money in the another person's account. So he is the Benami. Instead of him, he has the money. So that is called Benami transaction. The Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2016. So this is some legislative framework in India against to black money. Here students, we have to know what is inflation and deflation. Inflation refers to the prices or rising the value of money will fail. Deflation refers to the price or falling the value of money will rise. So this is the difference between inflation and so students, let us recall what we have discussed today. Savings are defined as the part of consumers' disposable income which is not used for current consumption, rather kept aside for future use. And then we have seen about investment. What is investment? Investment refers to the process of investing fund in capital asset with the view of generate return. Then we have seen about black money. Black money is money earned through an illegal activity controlled by country regulation. So these are the things we have learned, we have discussed in today's session. That's all in this lesson: money, savings and investment. So we have to learn all the question and answers. You have to mark all the question and answers and you have to learn. I hope students you have understood the lesson. Thank you.